And why am I telling you this? Because through truly innovate the market, especially in healthcare, there are some specific methodologies that I like to apply and that my teams like to apply before we go to market, before we just simply build it and assume that they will come. Unlike auto, so what we do at Uber and what we used to do at Siemens is really do a design thinking methodology approach. So we first look at problems that are out there. We put a group together to identify problems. We review these problems with key opinion leaders, and we see we try to find whys. Why is this a problem? Why has nobody else solved it? What can we really measure to demonstrate that this is a problem? Can we quantify this? Who's being affected by this problem, and why hasn't anyone solved it yet? And so there's a lot of methodology we can use. But once we create sort of this problem structure solving, then we start to define an observable problem that we can actually add value to. We use a process called user profile mapping and value proposition mapping, and then we start ideating ideas how are we going to solve that problem before we actually develop a prototype. Once we have a prototype, then we go test and pilot that with an MVP, a minimum valuable product. So this is a process that could take anywhere between 2 months to 6 months, depending on the company, depending on the product. The more complex the product, like a medical device, probably the longer it will take to develop a prototype. But I'm going to give you 2 examples of Uber, which is mostly a software technology company, to, for example, Siemens, that actually develops complex medical imaging devices, and where this approach truly worked. It does work. But once you've done your sort of design thinking methodology, our approach is really to put together a strategy of how to go to market.